Right, guys, I'm back. I just felt like making a video, to be honest. So, yeah. And today's topic is Linus Tech Tips again. Woohoo! Let's get into it. Right. So, LTT has made another video with the main subject being Linux, and it's not a video where they take it any sort of seriously. And there's a few things that they do and talk about in that video that, again, sort of gives false impressions about Linux. So I know that they are talking about specific distributions here, but they're giving again, they're giving the impression that Linux is just a bit of a shit show. Okay, I have not watched the video here on YouTube, logged in anywhere, or even logged out. I watched reaction videos. I've actually stopped watching anything from the LMG group recently. Well, since that whole fallout last time with their inaccuracies and all that stuff, and I still don't like most of their titles and their thumbnails and just I still don't, if I do see it being recommended or anything, I still don't really feel like I want to click on it and watch it, because they follow that traditional sort of YouTube kind of trend, the weird faces, or not weird faces, but the surprised faces or the disgusted faces, a lot of it is emotionally charged. And now, for some reason, they're not they've kind of made it clear that they don't know what they're doing when it comes to Linux in the past, but yet they feel like they need to push out another Linux video. So not only did they here have something in here where it's not a Linux distribution, but they felt like they had to put it in there because it's, so cool. They really went for weird Linux versions. And I know the title says it's weird Linux versions, so nobody should think that this is an accurate portrayal of Linux. But for such a large channel, again, to do something like this, it sort of irks me a little bit, It's because, again, if the majority of their users are Windows users, we can assume, because Linux market share is only around 4% at the moment, Linux desktop, which it has gone up, which is great, but we can assume that most people who watch computer-oriented tech channels would be Windows users. So this again paints Linux in a bad light. One of these distributions, I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, I can't remember which one it was, but one of them had Steam installed by default, and when they wanted to start it, it gave them an error that Steam devices wasn't installed. So, I mean, they've chosen a bad distro that hardly anyone uses. It's, someone's pet project. It's a niche thing. And now they're sort of showing that, oh, well, it's not that easy to get Steam working. They're not saying that. I'm not saying that that's what they are saying, but I'm saying that's what it might come across to a lot of Windows users. It might come across that, oh, well, getting Steam to work is a bit of a mission on Linux. It's not, okay? Most distributions, you go to install Steam, it will actually recommend other packages. You just agree to those recommended packages, and you should have no issue whatsoever. So, yeah, again, I just want them to do a video. I just want them to kind of do a video where they actually take Linux seriously, where they don't have this, their stereotypical, oh, we're messing around and we kind of, dropping graphics cards and just hitting yes after quickly skim reading a warning, if they can do a serious video where Anthony, that was his name, I couldn't remember this gentleman's name earlier, Anthony, okay, where perhaps Anthony, or if they've got another staff member who actually uses and knows about Linux, can do a video. I don't actually even want Linus himself to be part of the serious Linux video, to be perfectly honest. It's like you can actually argue that this is Linux Mint better than Windows. That was a pretty serious, like, well organized video. But again, it's like it's just Linux Mint. Linux Mint is probably a good, like, place to start with, but yeah, there's much better options for gaming and production and things like that out there. So yeah, if Anthony can, like, go and do some research, put together a system where he's checked that everything works, and then they can do a video revolving that and actually show some performance figures, Linux versus Windows. Maybe they can have a dual boot system, um, and actually take it seriously for once. Have the correct packages installed, and actually have the system up to date, and maybe run the LTS kernel instead of the latest and greatest kernel, because that's, as luck would have it, on that video, it would probably give them issues on the latest rolling release. So maybe have like a LTS kernel set up on a distro that is pretty optimized and well put together. That would be great. So I didn't obviously watch this video because I stopped watching them after all the fallout and inaccuracies and apology videos and all that nonsense. But where's this video? Where's this video? Ah, there we go. Gardner Bryant reacted to that video, and I do agree with him for the most part with what he said. And yeah, it's just they don't seem to be taking Linux seriously, or Linux. I don't give a shit how you want to pronounce it. Okay, I've had people comment in the past, it's Linux, not Linux. It's like, yeah, who gives a shit how you pronounce it, mate? Anyways, so that's it for me. I just wanted to make a short video today. I know I said, like, I'm gonna hardly ever make videos anymore on my channel, but yeah, sometimes I feel like making a video, and I watched that Gardner Bryant video, I think yesterday or the day before. And yeah, I kind of just felt like giving my 2 cents about it. I know I've got a small channel, so for those of you who might see this video, that's my opinion, and thanks for watching. So yeah, take it easy. Oh, and for those of you who have watched all the videos, I finally managed to get this thing mounted on the side of my desk. Now, I know this looks a little bit janky, but my support beam on the side of the desk is way too big for any sort of clip or mount to attach to it. So I've attached this piece of wood to the side of the desk now, and then the clamp is on there. So that's the way it'll be for a while. Maybe I'll stain it black, I don't know. Maybe I'll cover it in Sharpie, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, and I got some posters up. Yeah. Cheers.